After being diagnosed with Alzheimer's at the age of 56, David Shore and his wife Kim were open to any new treatment that could help.
There's this trial, would you be interested? And without really knowing what it was, we said sure.
One of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's is the buildup of toxic proteins called amyloid.
Higher deposition of amyloid goes hand in hand with loss of function in Alzheimer's disease.
One theory of Alzheimer's is that the blood-brain barrier prevents the brain from disposing of the toxic amyloid. So,
opening the blood-brain barrier allows us to access more of the brain tissue and be able to increase the effectiveness or bioavailability of the therapeutics.
Let's do it.
That's how David Shore became one of the first in the country to undergo a new procedure for early-stage Alzheimer's disease. The clinical trial tests a non-invasive procedure that uses MRI-guided imaging to target the area of the brain responsible for memory and cognition, where Alzheimer's patients have amyloid buildup. A combination of focused ultrasound and a solution of tiny microbubbles opens David's blood-brain barrier, a layer of cells that protects the brain from infections in the blood. The ultrasound pulses cause the microbubbles to expand and contract.
The increase and decrease in size of these microbubbles mechanically opens the blood-brain barrier.
Researchers predict that simply opening this barrier may help clear amyloid from the brain, but it may also help doctors deliver medications straight to the site of the disease in the future, something David and Kim hope will lead to new and effective treatment. Now, doctors have also tried drugs to open the blood-brain barrier, but this technique allows them to target the opening on a specific area rather than the whole brain. One thing the trial will look for is how long the barrier stays open and whether it leads to any bleeding in the brain. And right now it's only available at the Ohio State location. That's the clinical trial. And it's still too soon to tell whether it's going to have any difference or make any difference on Alzheimer's. But it's an approach. We'll see.
Yeah, new line of attack.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dr. Max.